The 2023 National Hockey League season is officially over, and the Florida Panthers make it 3 out of the 4 for the state of Florida. More on this with Ian and AJ, and maybe Jules sneaks in just a jiffy here on Teal Town After Dark.
Okay, facts matter. You said 3 out of 4?
Yeah, it's 3 out of 5.
There you go.
Yeah. I see. It's the thing. I try to hide the Golden Knights championship win. So, good evening, everyone. It is June 24th, 2024. The Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions after a thrilling Game 7 that ended in a scrum in the corner. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark, your live interactive Stanley Cup Final post-game. Chat with us and fellow hockey fans all over the world on the YouTube page or the app. If you're watching this on the replay, leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's game. Of course, we always encourage you to follow us on the social. Find everything at tealtownusa.com. And if you want to support the show, hit us up on Venmo at tealtownusa. Or if you're watching us live, hit us up in a super chat on the comment section below. With that, good evening, guys. How the heck are you? What an interesting Game 7. They're speechless, folks. AJ, I'll start with you.
Dude, Bob Titsky gave South Florida the Hawk Tour. Loved it.
He had some of that Riz come out for Game 7.
Look, we all knew this was going to happen, right? Whenever Corey Perry plays in the Stanley Cup Final, he loses without playing for Anaheim. That's the way it works, people.
I mean, I have good news and I have some bad news.
Whip it out.
Well, I mean,
good evening.
Yeah, Conn Smythe winner is Connor McDavid.
Oh,
how do you not give?
I mean,
it
that's
to
fair.
Titsky, but yeah.
No, I think Bobrovsky after the 3 games where they lost, he wasn't very good. So to give him the Conn Smythe at that point, I think you could have still made a case for Barkov, but
yeah,
I think Connor McDavid, I think what he did in this playoff, I think that's fair.
The NHL, no matter what, was going to make sure McDavid got a playoff trophy in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's they're showing it on the replay right now. Yeah, 42 points. Yeah, didn't get any points in the final 2 games, and they aren't showing him. I'm guessing he isn't coming out for it. I'm watching the ESPN feed right now.
I think it's fair, right? I think it's fair. I think it's fine. I don't have any bitches with that.
So
it is what it is. Yeah. So the bad news is the San Jose Sharks are still the biggest jokers of the modern era. Sorry, guys, I don't make the rules.
Well, another team that came in after San Jose that now has a cup.
That's true, and that's the other bad news is now the Sharks and the Ottawa Senators, what great company to be in, are the only 2 90s expansion teams without Stanley Cups. So I don't know. Just here to bring this whole shit down.
Right. And Edmonton, please don't take a page out of Vancouver's book and burn down your city. Thank you.
No, you've had a hell of a run in that crazy Game 7 and a crazy comeback too. I mean, geez, Louise. AJ, I know you're a fan of all sports apparel, but those hats.
Dude, it's the same fucking hat as the last 7 years. They're never gonna change.
How long's that deal for?
10 years.
Well, hopefully in 10 years the Sharks will win the cup because hopefully they go with New Era by then.
The real funny thing is that somebody posted a shot of the Florida hat next to the Hershey Bear hat, and the Hershey Bear hat is so much nicer.
Literally said that in our Discord. The Hershey, the AHL, the OHL, the freaking Memorial Cup championship hats were a hell of a lot better than this. That's just crazy. So
congrats to Jules for winning the bracket.
Yep. Jules bracket champion for 2023-2024. good deal.
Yeah.
So I guess McDavid's not going out to get his Conn Smythe. Fair play.
Yeah. Understandable, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, it sucks, right? Like, especially after like to go back out there and be like, "Yep, here I am." I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Happier now, right in this moment. The population of South Florida, Anna Kane. Too soon? Too soon?
Thing is, you're not wrong. Either way, you're not wrong.
Anybody checked in on
I
her?
think they're both the worst people on the planet.
Oh God.
Anybody check her?
I mean,
Just saying.
Jeez Louise. So Gary's rambling on before he starts celebrating in South Florida. Gives up to Barkov. Let's take a look at some of the comments we got going on right now. Aaron Jack saying, "What a series." Michael Molasses, good to see you, buddy. Sharks legend Stephen Lawrence is a Stanley Cup champion. So is Jonah Gadjevich.
But Gadge doesn't get a cup though.
Yeah, he doesn't get his name on it. Oh boy. Gary's
I love
wait.
this. Like, I want to I always love this. Is my favorite part because like it's like who gets the puck cup after he does, right? I always love this. I don't know, hockey geek, I guess.
And I get the they're not wearing the scarves, which I'm grateful for. They're wearing the towels, I guess. Brought to you by Body Armor. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I mean, it's
at least the Stanley Cup is still just the Stanley Cup. Right?
Oh boy, we got the naked kid going on there. Well,
yeah, at least there's not some sort of advertisement on the cup at this point, like on the bottom or some shit like that.
Don't encourage it. So the next one, who's getting it? But
Bobrovsky.
Oh, Bob, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Fair.
There you go.
Uptitsky. Fuck yeah. Dig it. I just again, they got it. This has to be the end of the hat issue.
Well,
it has to be.
Oh, there's the scarf. Of course, we got the
like
scarf there.
It's like you can't be the only. Like, I don't know if you saw the Celtics hats. They were really nice.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just like this needs to be fixed. This needs to be the final year of shitty championship hats in hockey.
Yeah. Kyle Okposo comes in late in the trade deadline from Buffalo, most likely retiring if I heard correctly. Great to see that. Who's next? OEL. Oh yeah, OEL.
Now, if memory serves, OEL was the guy who like got sent out of Arizona up to Seattle or Vancouver or whatever.
He went to Vancouver.
And with a real shitty contract, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So to see all that and to see him go, it's not a bad story. I'm looking for positives here.
Yeah.
I know I had to come in and just like make sure everyone was as miserable as humanly possible.
But cool.
Just remember, guys, this means the San Jose Sharks still are terrible.
It means the Sharks are terrible, but a couple people, including Wyszynski, put it out there that they were shocked now that Ekblad's holding the trophy. They were absolutely shocked by the amount of Edmonton fans at Game 7, and then talking about like just how many Florida fans, season ticket holders, sold their tickets for their entire season ticket package for next year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, not only is your season paid for, you got to watch your team lift the cup. Like, not too bad. Meanwhile, the Edmonton Oilers fans who paid through the fucking nose for these and now have to take that long flight back.
That's a tough one.
I mean, it's a hell of a story for them, right? Like, I do want to give props to the fucking Oilers because, I mean, Oilers,
look at where they were.
Did. Yeah, I mean, look where they were. Look where they are now. Like, I mean, obviously, they didn't win it all. But they
got as fucking close as absolutely you could.
Yeah.
But dude, I still go back to the whole thing. The storyline
Mhm.
if Florida gets reverse swept, you never hear the end of it.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
I mean, as a Sharks fan, I can tell you that's absolutely true.
Yeah, it's the LA still gets brought up to this day.
Mhm.
And that was just the first fucking round. Could you imagine the choker label you get if you blow that?
Yeah.
Oh,
just
yeah. Big time.
insane.
I do like how they banished Leah Hextall to the Moss Pit for Game 7.
They're probably thinking, oh, crap, we're doomed. Matthew Tkachuk with the cup now. I mean, and they're showing a picture Brady celebrating for him in awe, knowing full well
Okay.
he's probably not going to get one in Ottawa anytime soon.
McDavid becomes 6th player and 2nd non-goalie to win Conn Smythe as playoff MVP on losing team.
Mm.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often.
No, I mean, and it goes to show again, like just the playoffs that he had. I know he's going to take a lot of heat for being pointless in these last 2 games, and justifiably so. He's their best player, and you need your best players to be your best players. But,
Dude, where was Dry?
I don't think I think there's something going on with his hand.
Because
the way I look at him, right, like with Leon Draisaitl, I mean, just all the shots where the puck he just couldn't settle pucks at all, and I just wonder if there was something, hand, wrist, fingers, something in there was very wrong.
Yeah,
go look at Aesthetic's latest tweet. Solid fucking tweet. Love it.
I'm super happy for Paul Maurice though. He's
Yeah,
been around forever, getting to win a Stanley Cup. I'm super happy for him. He's a guy who's really grown on me. He was never my favorite coach for a long time, but he's super grown on me.
Yeah. Very nice.
He's fun to watch get worked up behind the bench. I mean, he's border towards there a couple times.
Nick Cousins now at it. They shows Tarasenko's 2nd cup in 5 years for Tarasenko. I mean,
Chester's one of the Leon to the Sharks articles get going saying he wants out of Edmonton. I mean, they started before the playoffs ended. I mean,
right?
They're already out there. You know, it's all the Germans. All the Germans are coming to San Jose. That's what's happening. I mean, it didn't happen. Marco Sturm's not the coach. I just can't imagine. I know I'm picking fights with other people.
Marty's saying he better have a broken leg or something.
I think there's something with his hand, because the way he couldn't settle a puck, to me says hand, wrist, fingers, something. I mean, fingers are on your hand, I guess. I don't know. Super medical insight there by Ian.
That's probably why we go upper body injury. And okay, we're going to Steve Levy and the gang there for that. Okay, let's get back over to CBC, because I know you guys are trying to get off the air. So your late local news can go on the air in all the other parts.
Oh, and are we gonna even mention the whole Stephen A. Smith bullshit?
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the trade that happened 15 minutes before game time.
That was so
the
great.
Ottawa Senators and the Boston Bruins have been expelled from the National Hockey League.
They just came in and said, "Fuck you, Gary. We're doing it."
Yeah, and Jeremy Jacobs like, "What are you gonna do, Gary? What are you gonna do? I'm your bitch." Yeah. Am I wrong? Oh, Lindell. Yep.
Man.
Oh man.
Who knew Florida would be the fucking hockey hotbed of the fucking North America for this 5-year stretch?
Right.
Next state.
I mean, think about it.
They don't know how to vote in elections, but goddamn, they can play hockey.
Oh no.
I think I mean, good for them, man. Like, I don't know. I'm happy for the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, you had the President's Trophy 1 year. Yeah, the President's Trophy 1 year. You lost in 5 to Vegas, and then this, and this wasn't easy.
No.
Oh, and I think, a round of applause deserved for this year's script writers. Really, really well done.
I love that. Yeah, Cole Jen saying you don't see many non-Canadian captains hoist the cup, but Barkov plays. Is he like what? Maybe the third non-Canadian captain to win a cup? Because I feel like there
Chara, Lidstrom.
was Chara
Dude,
before.
check out Stolarz giving it a lap. Good for him.
Heck yeah.
All the shit he went through.
Especially in Anaheim.
Especially
Yeah.
that last game that he got thrown into
Yeah.
when that
Oof.
laugher. What was that
Yeah.
game?
Oh, is that Steven? There it is.
Steven Lawrence.
Congrats, buddy.
Oh yeah, Dustin Brown. I forget. Yeah, right. Yeah, Dustin Brown's American.
Yeah, Steven Lawrence is a Stanley Cup champion. Come on, give it to Gage.
Is Gage even dressed?
Oh, you know you throw on your uniform and everything when your team wins the cup, even if you haven't played. Heck yeah. It's all about looking like you're in the team photo, baby.
I will say, dude, I really like I don't know if you guys have ever seen this this guy S. Preston who does
There he is.
Jonah
Gad gets it. But anyway, this guy S. Preston designs. He does these minimalist things. And in fact, this Sharky right behind me was done by S. Preston. So he just sent out, the marketing email for his minimalist design for today. It's really well done. It's just mostly red with the gold and white arm stripe going right through the middle, and a silhouette of the cup on top of that, and then at the very bottom, just kind of looking up at the cup, the silhouette of a rat.
Oh,
it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fucking killer.
Send it to me. I'll throw it on here. That sounds really cool. Wait, Gajovic did play in this game?
Hey, squeeze me?
I don't know. Go look at time on ice.
Let me look.
Hold on.
Here.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
I'm bringing up the media sheet right now.
Did he get Joachim Ryan minutes or something? I did not see him out there.
Well, I remember saying it the other day where it was just like, come on, if you're going to get him out there, fucking get him out there.
Yeah. Paul Maurice holding it. Look at that. Fuck yeah.
No, Gadjevic is not on the roster sheet tonight.
There you go.
So you'll get a ring, but you're not getting your name on it.
Well, that makes me wonder if they can petition for it.
They can.
I mean, dude, he only needed to play one more regular season game.
Yeah, they'll probably.
You gotta fucking come on.
Right. Yeah. It's great to see. Great to see. Coach is getting it around now on that. So let's get into this game really quick. You had two quick goals. You had Kulikov maybe making a bigger save than Kachuk's empty net save in this, Ian, and that eventually led to the game-winning goal.
Yeah, like insanity. Like the way, like, and it's just like that's how hockey goes, right? Like the way that this game can turn on you, like on a dime like that, where like one thing on the one end and it turns into just a silly goal on the other side.
Yeah,
Reinhart going the other way and makes no mistake. It's just like it's obscene. That Reinhart job was so good.
We have breaking news.
He's gonna pay. He's gonna get paid so much money this summer.
We have breaking news.
Okay.
NHL.com has finally updated their numbers and their stats. I did finish second, motherfuckers.
There you go.
Oh boy. But I mean, there were some crazy scrambles by Edmonton in their like middle of the second, but the third period, I mean, just seemed like they ran out of gas and they couldn't get into the zone like those final 2 minutes, AJ. It just seemed like they're getting hemmed in and couldn't even get past the red line.
Oh, dude, Oilers were completely gassed. And I feel like, the despite there being only like maybe half the building being Florida fans, they were certainly loud enough and gave them, I think, maybe that little extra pep in the step. The other thing I heard them mention early on is something about the Panthers.
There's Lou.
They didn't practice yesterday, or they didn't practice today. They practiced yesterday or something about why the fuck, Bobby Lou, calm down. But they tried to give the guys just some added rest instead of practice, and I mean that clearly paid off. But again, I also think the little extra motivation of not being a team since the 40s to lose a cup in a reverse sweep, like you didn't want to be that team.
No.
I mean, just to get it to a game 7 after being down 0-3 was what, 79 years, 1945.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think the Oilers get full marks here, man. Like to do what they did. I mean, yeah, okay, they didn't win, and I'm sure, obviously they're going to be incredibly disappointed to come back all that way. But I mean, to do what they did, it's insane. It's such a
Eric, quit banging your mic, bro.
Sorry. Trying to get one more tweet out with the screenshots. My apologies. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm trying to find the words, man, to just go over like how big of a feat it was to just do what they did. I know they didn't win, and I mean, at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? One team gets to lift the Stanley Cup, but I think the Oilers deserve full marks for dragging their asses back into this.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like I said, it's like, well done, script writers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this was I didn't know that this postseason was going to be as fun as it was.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really good. I didn't think there was really too much controversy. If anything, like tonight, when Kachuk got called for that trip, I was like, oh my God, if Edmonton scores here, this is going to be the story of the fucking game.
Oh yeah. And like Gen X said on Twitter, Gen X said on, you know what I'm talking about. He said on Twitter, that was totally an EA Sports NHL tripping penalty, where the guy's sliding fall and then the opponent falls.
Penalties I've taken doing that.
Oh my gosh! So, heck of a game all around. Classic game 7. The only thing that people would be disappointed that they just wish it got into overtime.
Fuck that.
But Ian, I mean, we were talking throughout the entire third period, just their nerves, even for us. I don't have a dog in the fight, right? But I mean, like, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Like, I mean, whoever won tonight, I mean, it would have been fine for me, because again, it's like neither of these are my teams. Like, I know I've kind of bandwagoned the Panthers the last couple of seasons, but I mean, if the Oilers won, would I be mad? No, I don't really give a shit, right? Like, it's not my team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, like, it was an awesome series. Like, I don't like how long the series went, like, as far as like time between games and all that nonsense. But
the fact that the cup is being handed out literally in summer is some bullshit.
Oh, Ricky, we'll get there. I promise.
Don't worry.
That is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're someone like me, where it's like, okay, you could say Lawrence or Gadge, but it's just kind of, I didn't really have somebody to really root for, but I was very much just kind of like, fuck Corey Perry, fuck Evander Kane, fuck, like, just, and fuck the Oilers for blaming it all on Woodcroft. So, fuck those guys. But again, I'd say you have to respect what the Oilers were able to do after such a horrific start. They say you can't win the cup in November, but you can certainly, lose a fucking playoff spot by Turkey Day, and they were about that close.
Yep.
Oh man, I mean, it was a hell of a series.
If it wasn't for the Sharks, they wouldn't have been there. Yeah, we can take credit. You
Yeah.
know what? I feel like we're gonna take credit for this.
Oh, because of the all the extra wins, or it was hold on, it was that first victory that the Sharks had over Edmonton early
Yep.
on
It
that
was
That finished it off.
scared the crap out of the Oilers.
Yeah.
And then that just drove them for the entire rest
Yeah, that's
of
it.
the
You heard it
season.
here first. The San Jose
Mhm.
Sharks are the reason that the it's all about the Sharks, man.
Right.
Look at if everything can be all about Toronto, I can make everything about San Jose.
Fucking A.
Fine.
Well, speaking of which, should we talk about the media hit Greer did today?
Yeah, let's kind of go
Yeah.
right into that. So Mike Greer had a presser. You were a part of it, so I'll let you take the reins for that.
Well, I mean, they kind of first off went through the elephant in the room, which was just how pissed off is Barclay Goodrow right now. And it was just kind of, well, it was a lot of cliche stuff, and he's a professional and he understands what we're trying to do here, and he's a guy that we're going to look to be a mentor. He plays the game the right way. His compete level, blah 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 blah. It's all the same hockey shit that you normally get.
Right.
So we'll see how that whole thing plays out. Although I swear to God, at some point it was kind of intimated that it's like, well, are you worried he won't report?
No.
And everybody, I know, but it was just, are you worried about report? And he's like, if it comes to that, it comes to that. But what I think Mike Greer was very much kind of like, and the way he answered it, like he was trying to be okay. But I'm starting to get this idea that there's one, maybe two particular media people that he's getting a little tired of dealing with. And it's definitely been called out the last couple of times.
And it's not us, which is good.
Yeah, it ain't us. But yeah, so the Goodrow thing, and then who's the cat from Dallas? Ty
Dellandrea.
Hi, Delandria.
Yeah,
No
so another guy where it was like, we got him because we think, that his compete level, plays the game the right way, the intangibles, blah, blah, just all the same fucking hockey cliche stuff. He's not going to tell you anything, that makes anybody go, wow, really? So it was that. What else did they get into? Oh, just, kind of like what's going on with the draft. Again, I'd be the same way. You're not going to tip off anything. So it was kind of like, if the opportunity is there to, if a guy, for shits and giggles, let's just say, who's the cat that Jules and I really want? Was it Zeev
William?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, if for some reason, say he falls to like 7th, would the Sharks be open to, taking 14 and next year, because remember, they have 2 firsts next year.
Yep.
So it's like, would they be interested in trading 14 and next year's first to move up to get him? He's like, if the right deal is there to be made to move up, we'll look at it. If we like where we're at, if we see a guy that we're interested in is, making his way towards us, we're obviously going to stand pat. But if for whatever reason the draft, doesn't go the way that we expected, then, we'd be open to, trading down and getting some value back. And that almost sounded like, it might not necessarily be like, okay, we're going to trade, 14 for 18, 57 and 112 or something. It's like, no, we might trade 14 for a player, So basically everything is on the table. The only thing that we know is going to happen in this draft is that Macklin Celebrini will be selected number 1. So after that, who the fuck knows?
Right.
And that was kind of it. Yeah. Oh, and then none of the UFAs are going to be, invited back, if you will. I mean, he didn't come right out and say it, but he pretty damn well intimated it.
Right.
And although he said, there might be one or two guys that we might be talking to, but for the most part, like all the UFAs are going to hit the market. And Kalen Addison is gone.
To the sun, baby. To the sun.
But Ty Emberson will be qualified. Aside from that, really. Oh, and then they're engaged. They're in talks with the camp from Zadina and Cunnin. So
kind of expected that.
Luke Cunnin on this team now, but
no buyouts. Thank you, God.
Yeah, and Ian, you kind of mentioned it on Twitter when AJ put it out. At this point, you might as well just finish paying out Vlasic.
What are you doing at this point, man? You need to make the cap floor for the next 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So why are you turning a 2-year problem into a 4-year problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fucking eat your vegetables and deal with it.
It's fine, right? Like they're not going to be good next year. There's no point. Like the time to buy out Vlasic is so long past at this point.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, like we'll see what Couture's health is like to enter the season. But again, like this is a team that's going to have to hit the floor.
That's also something that Greer said, that Couture is on track to be skating in July, which is what the trajectory was at the end of the season.
Yeah,
I'm still not 100. If I'm putting money on it, I don't know that Couture plays 20 more hockey games. Like it wouldn't surprise me if he comes in, is healthy enough, plays a little, and with it by game 10, game 12, aggravates whatever it is, and the doctors finally say it's not. If you continue to play, it's only going to get worse. But we'll see what happens. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
But it's just, I've never even heard of that fucking injury before.
Yeah, but how it's described, like, oof, that's
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, obviously, like I hope that he can recover, and because I think at this point, right, like,
oh, dude, they're talking to McDavid on the post game.
I think what you like, you want the guy to obviously have like a good quality of life, right? And I think that injuries like this can not only screw with your career, but they can just interfere with your quality of life in general. I mean, I hope he can play again. Like, I know Couture is not my guy, per se, but I mean, I don't want his career to be over. Not like that. I mean, not a shitty way for your career to end.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's painful. Speaking of painful, Ian, one of your boys officially became a member of the Nashville Predators organization.
Yeah.
Aussie Weeblas off to Nashville.
Yeah, I'm pretty like, I get it. I'm sad. Like it bums me out a little bit. Just because I love the player, right? And sometimes like it makes no sense, right? Like I don't love the player because I think he's got this super long NHL career ahead of him. I don't know if he has an NHL career ahead of him at all. I just love the way he plays. I love the fact that, it didn't matter how big the guy he was running into was. He was going to run into them like the fucking juggernaut. And like, I just love the way Aussie Weeblas played. The problem for Aussie Weeblas is Ethan Cardwell's a thing. And Ethan Cardwell came in and did everything Weeblas did, plus actually put points on the board. So Ethan Cardwell made Aussie Weeblas very redundant. And again, I like Ethan Cardwell. Is Ethan Cardwell going to be an NHL player? I don't know, but he's another guy who I love the way he plays, right? And he had a much better rookie season than Weeblas has had multiple seasons with the San Jose Sharks. So as sad as I am to see Aussie Weeblas go, the move makes a lot of sense. And it's hard to be like, I'm disappointed as a fan of the player because I loved watching him play. But if you want to put like your logical hat on, I mean, it makes total sense what the Sharks did, and it was the right move.
Yeah, I think he saw the writing on the wall when he was loaned out to Milwaukee. Just kind of, it's like, oh, try him out, see how he works for you.
Yeah, and I thought he had a decent playoff for Milwaukee too. Given and the other thing with Weisblatt too is I just think that I don't feel like he ever really got on the good side of McCarthy either. And I think he got an opportunity to go play with a coach with a clean slate in Milwaukee. And I think it worked out well for him. And I hope, like I said, I hope good things for Aussie Weeblas. He's a player that I love to watch play. And I'm disappointed that I don't get to do that anymore because the way the AHL works, the Pacific Division plays mostly in the Pacific Division. They don't really play anyone else in the Central Division that often. Maybe we'll get Milwaukee for a couple of games here or there, but it generally, you get a couple of teams come in from the Central Division, and that's it. It sucks, but it was the right moves. The move made a lot of sense. I'm disappointed, but I think from a guy who's supposed to say smart things on YouTube, it's the right move.
Yeah, but Milwaukee, horrible city.
Oh,
probably.
Some people will understand that comment.
Gotcha. Logan Teal, yes. Troy Grosnick's
Milwaukee
Admirals. Yes. Friend of the show, Troy Grosnick. Don't ever forget about it.
Big playoff for him too, coming in for Askarov. Because Askarov's like, he's the heir apparent. Like he's the guy that everyone's like, he's going to be the next big thing. And then, but Troy Grosnick was the one that kind of saved their bacon in their playoff run.
And of course, Troy Grosnick doing gross things. Yes, please. Gosh, good to see him do that. Heck of a run for Milwaukee, but a bigger heck of a run for Hershey tonight. They won Game 6, just like a minute 6 into overtime. So the Hershey Bears are back to back Calder Cup champions.
Yeah, big win,
beating Coachella again. They go down in the 6th game in overtime. But
it's it's kind of criminal. I kind of had like a side eye on that game, and it's criminal that game had to go up against this one because obviously this one's going to be the one where all the eyeballs are going to be for the most part. But that game was like I had a side eye on it, and that game was pretty back and forth. It was a pretty good game. It's like I said, it's kind of criminal that it went up against this because obviously this is the biggest game in hockey this year. But a fun game nonetheless. Like I think it's something that if you're a fan of that sort of thing and you can find a place to go back and watch it, I'd suggest it. It was a fun game.
Yeah, I mean it was 4-4 going into overtime.
Yeah, and it went to 4-4 like with less. I think it was like 3 minutes left in the game or something crazy like that. The Coachella tied it up. So.
Molasses, Troy Grosek mentioned, of course, bro, of course. When he's a member of the Chris Creamer Sports logo community, of course you do. Logan Teal, do I get third prize? Do I get a prize for third in the bracket challenge?
I don't handle prizes.
That's right, Logan. Oh no, the first number that you have to have your points has to start with the 3, and you got 297, dude.
Oh man,
dang.
I don't make the rules. Well, actually,
the series
I
just
do
for the 2035.
Yeah.
But you mentioned who was it a minute ago? Was it Creamer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about a couple teams stepping on their own dicks today? First, you got Anaheim leaking their new logo when they updated their phone app.
Yeah.
Like smooth move. I don't know how the fuck you didn't embargo that for a couple days. I mean, Jesus. And then you get the Capitals in a fucking hurry to show off their 50th anniversary patch and kind of, oops, we forgot that that's on the Fanatics jersey. So now the Fanatics template is in the wild. Oh, brother.
McDavid's time on ice was 24:42. That's insanity.
But you think about like all the fucking secrecy that surrounds this shit. And especially at a time
Oh yeah.
when everybody is rushing, chasing clout. Anytime they see something, they're like, if I can be the first to put this out, I'm going to sit back and count my fucking follows and my clicks and all that. So the fact that that this was all a self-inflicted wound on both of those, it's just chef's kiss.
See if I can get that logo up here really quick. I mean,
Oh, and it's not even that big of a fucking deal. You know, they all act like it's fucking nuclear secrets. It's like, give me a break.
But I mean,
fucking logo.
Let's see. There you go. That's what leaked out on their app. To me, that's a nice update to the Mighty Ducks logo.
Sure, it's fine. There's just one fucking problem. It's the wrong color.
I agree. It should be eggplant and jade with a hint of orange.
Fun fact: they actually refer to it as deep purple.
Oh, brother!
I'm just saying.
Deep purple.
That's your boy. That's your boy Creamer talking that up.
Eggplant and jade. Come on now. But
either way, it's fine.
Yeah,
I really don't give a shit.
I worry about the jerseys, but that's for another day.
Well,
sooner than later.
They're going with that deeper orange from Philadelphia's color palette, but whatever.
Speaking of stuff to share, this is the picture that AJ was mentioning earlier with the rat and Stanley Cup. That looks pretty solid.
That's so cool.
I dig it.
Yeah, I really dig that one too. So,
has anybody checked on Wyszynski getting called out? You know, because beginning of the season he was talking, 2024 Edmonton Oilers champs.
So close.
So close.
People are throwing that in his face.
Oh, so close. Indeed.
I'm sure his woman will give him the hawk tour later.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I'm waiting for Chicago to just start putting those out. And that would be perfect for their draft pick.
Oh, the Tommy Hawk tour.
Oh God.
Hell yeah.
So
have you heard anything about potentially hearing about a schedule release between now and free agent frenzy?
See, usually it's around this time in this week. I would think it would have been like Wednesday or Thursday that this thing gets unveiled.
To me, Thursday is the optimum day. It's either Thursday or Sunday. If they're smart.
If they're smart, they'll put that out. I mean, usually we get that like that one day where we get the tease of, oh, here's your home opener. Mark your dates down there. So,
well, and the weird thing is, did everybody drop preseason or just the Sharks?
A lot of teams did.
Okay.
I know the Islanders. Ian, correct me if I'm wrong. There's like the Leafs have like 8 or 9 preseason games.
The fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
They had a ridiculous amount of games.
The schedule's your guys' bag. I don't care. When the games are on, I'll watch.
Do we know when Mitch Marner is joining One Direction?
Oh, I thought it was Utah, according to one guy that has a blue check mark. Because people with blue check marks now.
I don't even get that. Again, that's a spray and pray move. He throws that up there. If in fact it happens, then he can sit there and go, I had it first.
Neener.
Yeah. But then as soon as it gets, water splashed all over it, then it's like, okay. Or, he ends up signing somewhere else or signs some deal with Toronto. He's going to go back and delete it. And everybody's going to sit there and have to continually remind this guy anytime he puts out anything after that. Like, oh, yeah, like when Marner was going to Utah, you mean like that?
So, but I mean, that's the interesting part as we, kind of go full circle to the Boston and Ottawa trade. I mean, we should start to get things ramping up. We'll see more trades. I mean, we had that.
I think the next
trades on Juneteenth. Dumb.
The next few days are going to be stupid because obviously, not everyone can be Gary Jacobs and just do whatever the fuck you want, right? Like other people have to like answer for these things. So,
Well, Jerk has got to be
I
tilted, dude. He wanted Swayman for the Sharks so hard.
Yeah, I mean, I like the deal that went down today. I like it for the Senators, obviously. I don't think the return for the Bruins was fantastic, but it doesn't sound like there's any extension in the works right now, right? Like it looks like it's going to be a situation where Ulmark's going to go to Ottawa and they're going to have to do the long sell on it to see if they can get him to re-up, right? So I think that made the return probably less desirable than I think a lot of Boston fans would like. But I mean, if it's only for 1 year of Ullmark, which would be, I think, devastating for Ottawa.
Fucking A.
But I mean, you got to swing, right? I mean, look at we've seen this happen before. Like, let's make this about the Sharks. Sharks used to have to do this shit all the time to get guys to stick around. They had to get them here and actually sell them on it, and then people resign. They didn't want to come here as free agents, so you had to trade for guys, and then do the full court press to get them to stay. And sometimes it worked out really well for the Sharks. In fact, it worked out more often than not.
And other times it was Brian Campbell.
And other times it was Brian Campbell, and that's fine. That's fine. We got Dan Boyle.
Just
you know what I mean, like
but yeah,
but I think it's I really like the deal for the Senators. I think the Senators are a team where holy fuck they need to finally do something, right? And making the playoffs is hard in this league. So,
well, and injuries did them no favors last season
for sure.
I mean, how many games did Norris play?
Not enough.
Yeah. And didn't Stützle have a couple,
Injuries have definitely been a factor there. Their goaltending did them no favors at all this year, though. Like that was.
Gee, I wonder what that's like.
Yeah. It definitely did them no favors this year. So. But no, I like the move for Ottawa, though, man. Like again, this is a long-suffering fan base that you want nice things for. Not too nice things. They're the only other '90s expansion team that hasn't won a cup yet. So, like, don't be too good, Ottawa. I really don't want to.
What you're saying next year?
Next year, Ottawa Stanley Cup champions. Linus Ullmark, Conn Smythe winner.
Hell yeah.
Ottawa,
don't have too good a season, Ottawa, but
please.
But no, I think that's a fan base where obviously you kind of want nice things for, and it's a really good move after I've been really underwhelmed with a lot of the things that the Senators have done since getting new ownership, since Steve Stais has taken over. It's felt like, same as it ever was, more of the same for the Senators, and I felt kind of shitty for them because again, like this is a fan, like good fan base down there, like. But injuries and whatever.
Yeah. Alan. Yeah. Alan with it. We should have a poll question. Which Canadian NHL team breaks the Stanley Cup drought? Answer, Ottawa. Alan, no.
You heard it here.
God.
That's the other thing about tonight. I mean, it's 34 years and counting. A lot of people thought the seal was going to get broken tonight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, again, man, like I
mean, next season, who's your fucking, who's leading the charge for Canada? Is it, I mean, it has to be Edmonton again, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Edmonton.
I think Vancouver is going to be really good next year too.
Yeah. I was going to say the Canucks, maybe if they make some moves and it looks like they want to. What are you doing? Winnipeg?
How many were in this year with Vancouver, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Toronto?
Yeah.
So you had 4 out of the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I hate like when people like make it a national thing because this like you don't win the Stanley Cup for national pride. You win it to fill your fucking bank account. Like let's call it for what it is, right? Like that's sure. The NHL. That's what the NHL is about. It's about filling your bank account, winning the Stanley Cup. You're not doing it for your country though. Like,
of course, but it's it's when you see the memes from some of, God, there was a couple tweets from Canadian-based hockey Twitter accounts or whatever that says, just to remind everybody, Canada is closed for about 3 hours today.
I loved how somebody was saying if the Oilers win, we should get half off gas tomorrow. Like, oh boy. Like Bletch was saying, it has to be the Habs. Flames fans happy for the Panthers.
God damn, Randy Hahn and fucking Larry Beal, dude, they're like trying to go, okay, who can outdress the other?
Easily the Honor. Come on now.
Yeah, no, it's the print on Beal's jacket leaves a lot to be. Oof.
And I know we're going up against them, but kudos to ABC7 for finally doing some hockey post-game coverage. I think it does help that the Sharks have the first overall pick.
Well, and that the Warriors are really nothing to talk. They're starting to lose stars.
Yeah, #Dubs on 7.
Yeah. So they're didn't recently like Klay Thompson delete all mentions of the Warriors from his social media and stop following all that shit. So they're starting to lose all of their big fucking names. So
it's, to me, I'm like the opposite of Stephen A. Smith. I don't care about basketball that much.
I don't care about it at all. But I mean, how great though would it be if just hypothetically, live with me in this moment, if you will, for a second.
Okay.
How awesome would it be 5 years from now, Celebrini and Smith are like the next Malkin and Crosby,
How much are we paying them?
The night fair market value. Okay. The next McD and Dry, just let's see that happen. Like, I feel like the pendulum has finally started swinging the other way from the Meyer hand pass. Like, we're finally getting the good things again.
It'd be wonderful. We get past the curse of the hand pass, and
just put Remenda behind the bench for the CUDA, and we're fine.
Oh my God. Oh man. Yes.
Dude, I would film every fucking practice. I would want every practice for Remenda to be mic'd up. That would be killer.
The amount of bleeps that the CUDA social would have to deal with.
Love it.
Good stuff. But kind of talking about Smith and Celebrini, a reminder to everyone, roughly 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on Friday, we will begin our continent-wide draft coverage here on Teal Town, USA on our YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below.
Might we be on a day or two sometime in between then and Friday?
Oh, we will be. I mean, we could be on potentially tomorrow. We could be on Wednesday. We could have a schedule release. We'll be on Thursday.
A schedule release. We could have jerseys released. We could have trades released. We could have a coach named for Wasowski. Some assistants named.
We could have a Hall of Fame announcement
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if you guys saw it. That what's the cat's Datsuk signed an exclusive deal. So it's like you can only sign autographs for on certain things at certain events or whatever. And it's like, interesting to sign that the day before the Hall of Fame announcement comes up.
Tiger. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Love you all. Season doesn't feel over since the draft is this week. LOL. Enjoy your non-off season break. Yes.
Yeah, well, the season doesn't end for me. The season doesn't officially end until 4th of July. After free agent frenzy and a day or two.
When the insiders like Bob McKenzie and Pierre LeBrun head to the cottage.
Yeah, when they're fucking fishing.
Then but yeah, we got a crazy week. It started today with Game 7. Like we said, if Marlowe gets announced, we'll be on sometime tomorrow to talk about it.
You think that happens? I don't think it does.
I think outside Datsuk, who else is getting in?
Yeah,
I think he
it's
eventually gets in. I just
of the
don't think it's
first
tomorrow.
So of the first ballot people,
I'll give it to you. We got David Backus.
No.
I'm just going to say it, and you can say yay or nay, right? David
tomorrow
Backus.
Bob's on ranking. Sorry.
Right. David Backus. He's got, no World Cup, no Stanley Cup, no Olympic gold, no World Championship titles, 561 points in 965 games.
No.
Yeah, that's a nope. Braden Coburn, defenseman, 234 points in 983 games. No World Cup, no Olympic gold, no World Champ title, 1 cup.
No.
Pavel Datsuk, 918 points in 953 games. I mean, almost.
How about Datsuk's first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
He's the
2
only guy that's
cups,
guaranteed.
1 Olympic gold, 1 World Champ title. That's, kaboom. In fact, he's the only one on the first-year eligible list that has 2 cups. Jake Gardner, defenseman, 277 points, 645 games, no hardware.
Nope.
Carl Gunnarsson, 138 points in 629 games, 1 cup.
Wasn't that with? I think that was with the Blues, if I'm not
Blues.
mistaken, right? Yeah. No.
Nah. UC Jokinen, 563 points, 951 games, no hardware.
A hell of a shootout specialist when the shootout came into the fruition after the lockout, but I would say no, Ian.
I'd say Hall of really good.
Yeah. Now here's one I think does get in. Mikko Koivu, 711 points, 1,035 games, 1 World Championship.
I can see Mikko Koivu going in. He's a guy I could see going in. I think of the first year, and the thing that you have to remember is obviously like it's not just the first year eligible people. I think other than Datsuk, I think Marleau has a big case for first year eligibility. I'm just curious if I don't think this is going to be an incredibly strong Hall of Fame class.
Yeah, that's
outside of Datsuk.
I was going to
say
I
could see
Marleau sneaking in.
Yeah,
I think you given the first year eligible guys, I think you can make a really strong argument for Patrick Marleau.
Well,
ton of points, has hardware,
1197 in points over 1779 games,
and that's the big thing, right? Most games played.
Yeah, plus
that matters, man. That matters to that. That matters to most players.
Hell yeah. But a World Cup title, 2 Olympic golds, 1 World Champ title. So,
and what Cup final appearance?
Well, they don't count that.
Yeah, I know.
Derek Waugh, 524 points in 738 games, no hardware. Bobby Ryan, 569 points in 866 games, no hardware. Alexander Semin, 517 over 650.
I forgot about Alexander Semin.
Right. So even though it was 650 games, he does have 2 World Champ titles, but his point per game is pretty fucking solid. Brandon Sutter, 289 over 770, no hardware. Here's one I think gets in. Shea Weber, 589 in 1,038 games, a World Cup, 2 Olympic golds, 1 World Champ title. I think
Shea Weber has a case, I think. He's a guy who, when he was at the peak of his power, there were few that were better.
Yep. Travis Zajac, 552 over 1037, no hardware. I think, again, Hall of pretty good.
Yeah.
And then goalies, Ryan Miller and Pekka Rinne.
Goalies are tricky. Pekka Rinne, I think you could a really good argument for.
Well, I mean, they gave him a banner in Nashville. That's enough.
I think Pekka Rinne was, again, one of the most dominant goalies of his era.
I mean, dude, won the Vezina in 2018, won the Clancy in 2021.
I think you could make a really good case for Pekka Rinne. Goalies are so tricky for Hall of Fame nods, as far as getting them in. I find I don't think goalies get enough love in the Hall of Fame, to be completely honest.
Sure. But yeah. I mean, Datsuk, It's
Oh, it's
just like,
Datsuk going away. Like Datsuk's in. Like
yeah, but I mean, it's
so
like
who's
not
joining
only
him.
2 cup titles, Olympic gold, world championship. Dude has 4 Lady Bings and 3 Selkies.
Mhm.
So it's and 3 consecutive Selkies, by the way. So pretty fucking solid. So yeah, I mean, if it's just 5 guys getting in, you know, for me it's Datsuk, Koivu, Marlowe, Weber, maybe Pekka Rinne.
I put and even everyone that we've listed though, I still put Marlowe in before all of them.
Yeah.
And that's not just. I don't think that's me being like a Sharks fan here. I think that's just if you look at the numbers. I think it's just.
I put Datsuk before Marlowe.
I mean, other than Datsuk.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Datsuk
Right.
obviously is going away the easiest of that thing. But I think if you of all the other names that we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could make a very strong case for Marlowe over all of them.
But
Yeah,
to your point, I think Marlowe could get in just based on lack of competition.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this might be his best shot early.
No,
in
he'll
his
get it.
first ballot.
Patrick Marlowe is going to be a Hall of Famer. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, but I'm
But I
just
mean-
saying if it wasn't, you know, if there was a little bit more competition, I think we might have to wait a little longer for it to happen. I mean, look at how fucking long Doug Wilson had to wait, you know?
Yeah.
So I think Marlowe has a really good chance of getting the call, which will happen tomorrow, and selections will be made live at 3:30 Eastern
So
or
12:30.
12:30 Pacific. It says on TSN 5. I think that translates in America to the Ocho.
The Ocho.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be on NHL Network, but all right, we'll have to
That would
use our
make too
tin
much
cans, and get an illegal feed to find out if Patty gets in. If it happens, and we should have some celebratory.
Dude, on ABC7 they have Will Smith joining in like the worst lit fucking shot I've ever seen off a phone.
Have you seen our original After Darks, guys?
Oh man, that's
We figured it
interesting. It looks like he's literally in a hallway because that's the only light in the house that works.
Christian Ruiz with a $2 super chat for Demers and Duclair.
Oh
Hey,
wow!
man. Hey, chicks love the D.
I need to see this from Craig though.
What?
What? Something happened from Craig Button?
No, Craig Morgan, but I want to see it from Craig.
Oh,
before
jeez.
I report on this before I say it on air.
Oh God.
It's over. Multiple sources confirmed to Phoenix Sports that Alex Morello is walking away from his ownership of the Coyotes.
Wow. Like we couldn't have seen that coming. So okay, now
that's
let me
it.
ask you this. Let me ask this. Does this mean that all IP now just goes straight to the NHL? Or does
I
this
don't
mean
know.
that Morello has the opportunity, if he can find some schmuck who has billions to burn, can he sell off the franchise with the same stipulation that if he can get shovels in the ground within 2 years and have facilities and everything ready to go in 5, can he sell off that opportunity? Or is this just a thing of like, it was
No.
Morello's baby, and now because that happens, now all the IP goes and everybody just walks away?
So I think that I don't know anything. So I'm thinking that obviously the NHL could probably, like, I think this is the place the NHL wants to be, right? But if Morello is walking away, then I feel like if another group wants to get an arena built, then they're going to get the chance. But it sucks for the Coyote. Like, it's Alex Morello basically was made whole and then some.
Mm-hmm.
And really didn't fucking deserve it.
only-
I think that's the biggest travesty here is like this team. You ran the worst fucking team. Like as far as team management goes, there's I can't think of many teams that were run worse than the Arizona Coyotes. Maybe the Ottawa Senators under Melnyk, but not to speak ill of the dead, but facts are fucking facts. So I mean, like now it's going to be up to another group to obviously get shovels in the ground and everything. I don't know how that's.
But
going
now
to
there's
work.
no time limit.
But now there's no timeline. Correct.
Right.
And if somebody wanted to put shovels in the ground, they don't necessarily have to do it in Arizona.
I think the NHL still wants to be in Arizona. Like, I think they want to be in that market. I think if Gary Bettman, who, say what you will about Gary Bettman, but
I have.
But Gary Bettman has always been able to find owners. Like, how many owners have the Coyotes had, right?
Yeah.
I can think 4, 5 since
At
they moved
least.
to the fucking desert.
Yeah.
And Gary Bettman continually found people to own that team. So I think that it's a market they obviously want to be in. And I feel like it's only a matter of time till they're back there. It's just, thankfully for, I think, the people of the Phoenix area, Arizona, whatever, it's not going to be with the fucking clown Alex Morello.
But how many years did they play at Mullet? Just 2 seasons, right?
2 seasons, yeah.
Yeah. See, so I'm really hoping, and then, and finally Gary Bettman, NHL, said, okay,
No.
Shit or get off the pot. We're tired of this. This is not a plan. This Band-Aid that you have on this bullet hole, we're not doing it anymore. I'm really hoping. Yeah, I'm really, really hoping that baseball follows suit after the A's play 2 years at Sacramento and there's no shovel in the ground in Vegas, because I don't expect there will be. I really hope baseball has the balls to finally come in and say, this cannot stand.
Yeah. I still, I know we're kind of swapping to baseball. I still don't know how MLB allowed this to continue. It's just a freaking joke.
Yeah.
And it's literally out of the pages of Major League, but
how
away from ownership, that's just insane.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because earlier today they said that they were going to have Tucson games in Mullet, and then that got told that wasn't happening today. That's the other thing I feel bad for, because obviously, like, this guy got made whole. He just collected $1 billion for being an asshole,
but hold on, you guys just talked about the elephant in the room. What becomes of the Roadrunners?
That's what I was going to say. Now, what do you do with Tucson? Because that's
you put a big for sale sign on them, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you go to Ryan and Ashley Smith and be like, here, you want a AHL franchise?
I mean, why not? Although, I mean, you know what? That actually would be a really good fucking idea for some goodwill to keep hockey in some way, shape, or form in Arizona for the interim.
I just,
I mean, Arizona to Utah, it's really not that fucking far, especially when you consider where the San Jose Sharks AHL team used to be located.
Right.
Not that long of a haul.
I mean, imagine 3.5 months ago, you're hopeful for a land auction to get the team going, to keep them permanently in Arizona. A week and a half later, oh no, your team has gone to Utah, but you still have this opportunity, and we're going to win it. We're going to do just fine. Just like
I guarantee you, when that land auction got canceled, at that point, Morello said, "Fuck this! I'm done trying to get this to happen." Plus, he already had the money in his back pocket, so he was fine.
Right? Something. I mean, when you have all the Arizona, politicians, and you hate to have this be a political thing, but to have all of that go by the wayside, and you're just getting completely crapped on
4D chess, dude. 4D chess. I look forward to tomorrow morning. Arizona announces that the land auction is back on.
Oh, damn. Racist Fan Rocks 4, you have an idea there. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Where do they play?
The Roadrunners play become Utah Grizzlies. I forget where they play, but it was where they had the gold medal game at the O2 Olympics. It's God. Is it Logan, Utah?
Where the Utah Grizzlies play in the ECHL.
It's pronounced Logan Couture.
West Valley City, Utah.
Yeah, West Valley City. Yeah.
And we're AJ to go. Where the hell is that?
I don't. It's going to be interesting because
stick them in fucking Moab. I don't care.
It's going to be interesting though. I mean, they could we've seen AHL teams move quicker, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Because obviously, the AHL board of governors have to get involved in everything else. I think it's really shitty though, because these people, again, this guy gets made whole, and these guys that were supposed to be moved over to the Roadrunners so that they could keep their jobs, they're fucked.
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
That's
this
one.
Motherfucker gets made whole for $1 billion. When
but if they
what did he
didn't
do?
get made
He
whole,
bought the team for 300. Oh, I get it. I understand the legal implications. If they didn't make him whole, he could have sued them. We'd be in court for the next 100 years. I get that, but
Dude,
it just sucks that these billionaire pricks.
ABC 7 literally playing the good row goal in Game 7. So good night for a wank, isn't it?
Excellent night for a wank. I don't know, man. It pisses me off. This billionaire prick.
I mean, now
it's another $1 billion, and people that the people that matter. The boots on the ground, of course, are the ones that are going to get completely fucked by this.
Again, 3.5 months ago, everything seemed fine and hunky dory in Arizona, and Craig Morgan's been all over this, along with his cohorts at PHNX, Leah and Petey, and it's just now you have literally no hope. You are back to
dude, you got evicted.
Minor league hockey.
You got evicted from your building. You had a bunch of allegations that said you don't pay your fucking bills.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the Tampa or the Tempe thing, slam dunk, no problem, in the bag. Voters overwhelmingly shut you down. And then when you announced your plans for this big thing at the 101 Loop, the fucking mayor comes out and says, yeah, you're not welcome here. No. Infrastructure is not there. No. And then they fucking canceled the land auction. I mean, how many more signs do you need to be told to get the fuck out? And to his credit, that was the final straw. He's like, fuck it, I'm out.
Just, yeah.
But, so are we now looking next season for the Salty Dogs?
I don't know.
Man, if they sell the Roadrunners and they flip them with the Utah Grizzlies, I mean, that's just you're just destroying any chance of the Coyotes or Arizona having hockey in there. And here's a big question. You can walk away from Coyotes ownership. What are you doing with the ice rinks? I think they're called the Ice Den in Arizona. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with the Roadrunners? What are you going to do with your employees? You're just walking away.
That's it, right? The people on the ground are going to get screwed. Obviously, I think your ice rinks and stuff, probably government's going to come and pick up the tab there. They probably already,
And wasn't there a push just a year or so ago to bring Austin Matthews home?
Yeah, they were hoping he was going to be a free agent and come home, save the franchise.
Oof.
I mean, it's just, oh my God.
Tip jar. What did I miss a meeting, Michael? What's going on?
For the Game 7 wank.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Dude, as soon as I heard that the Goodrow was on, I'm like, oh my God, the over under on Game 7 wanks is going to be astronomically high.
Oh yeah, of course.
Christian in the chat, dude.
The $2 super chat. Arizona just seceded and left the chat. Oh boy.
I think it's bad. Like I said, I think that the NHL wants to be there. I think they're going to go back. It's only a matter of when. Because I think they're going back to Atlanta too.
Well, and
And
there's
they're
been
gonna want
constant
to.
talk of, Houston or Kansas City or whatever. So
I feel like, but I feel like Atlanta has the most smoke around it right now. And
it
then
seems like
Arizona,
Weeks
right?
is talking about it, every other
Yeah.
week.
So I feel like you keep the conferences even, bring back Atlanta, you bring back a team in Phoenix. Like I think I think that was the goal, right? I think the NHL I think the NHL is going to be super happy by this result, to be completely honest, that Morello's out and they can actually go deal with like a real person, since he's basically waiving his right to do this.
Right.
I'd still be shocked though to see the NHL of all leagues to be at the forefront of having the highest number of teams.
But the thing is that all the other teams are mostly based in the States. They have one team in Canada or no teams in Canada.
Right.
Yeah, no, but
The NBA has one team in Canada. The Major
Baseball
League
has
Baseball
one.
has one team in Canada.
Mhm.
Everyone else, they're all American cities, right? So I think
Yeah.
that's why the NHL thinks
Well,
they can expand that way.
Maybe what?
Yeah, but baseball only has 30.
Mhm.
The NBA, I don't know. I don't watch soccer.
They're at 30 with just Toronto.
Okay.
And most likely
So-
going to Seattle and Vegas for their expansion.
Correct. Yeah. So they're going to
Okay.
expand.
But the NFL
matters.
at 32, to see the NHL get to 33 or be the first to break 32, to me, just, when you look at how slow to things the NHL is, it'd be impressive to see them actually lead for once.
Yeah, I think but it's like TV money, right? Like TV money now is like the big sport, like it's the big driver. And in order to get better TV deals, you need to be in different markets.
And
That's
the
a
two
great
big
point. But
and
when does the Sharks' horrible TV deal finally expire?
Oh, that's coming up
That's gonna be
soonish.
soon, yeah.
Like 2029? When the fuck is that?
I thought it was closer to that. But speaking of TV markets, what are the two TV markets that don't have a NHL squad? Arizona or the Phoenix area, Atlanta,
Mhm.
Houston. I mean, those three are right there. Sorry to Quebec City, but good luck going after that.
Yeah, I mean, Quebec City gets screwed in this. I feel bad for Quebec City because they've done everything they were told to do, but the problem is that there's nowhere in Canada where you can't watch a hockey game. Like you're always regionally served by somebody, maybe even multiple somebodies, right?
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
Okay, so Purdy wrote this in 2014, saying there were 14 more seasons to go. So 2028.
Now, okay, what did I say? 2029?
Oh, yeah,
You're
not bad.
We were at the middle. I said 27. You said 29. We're like right there.
I just said soon because I'm an idiot.
Soonish. That's
Soonish, yeah.
Oh,
it works.
can you post the graphic from your Twitter?
Oh, mine?
Yeah, hold on, it's coming. Trying to whip it out.
He's sending me something. We'll see. I again, just to go on it, it's like, like I agree with you, Ian. All the people that were going to work for the Coyotes through this thing, and now you're hearing that. And Craig Morgan's been all over this for over a decade.
Like billionaire jerk off gets a soft landing, everyone else gets fucked. I mean, that's reality, that's life, but it doesn't mean it doesn't suck.
Yeah,
I think it sucks. Again, like it's unfortunate for those people. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Roadrunners now, because I believe he does own the Roadrunners.
Yeah.
So obviously I think do they get a big full for sale sign on them? Who knows? Maybe they just get run like a, maybe they'll get kicked out of their arena and they'll play like on an outdoor rink at some point, just because they can't afford to play in a building. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like they'll move them up here and they can like play on one of our outdoor rinks at a park.
Yes. Yeah. Skylar confirming what we had said. It's 27-28. Christian, he's $5 super chat. Sharks will be playing on the Golf Network forever in tea times. Oh yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next Sharks regional deal. Obviously, I think regional sports in general is kind of fascinating right now with how things are kind of going with that. You got a lot of teams going back to
How
over
they're
the air, like
collapsing.
yeah, I think, but it's neat, right? Like you have like some teams going back to like just over like just channels that everyone gets.
The Suns
again, rather
owner was
than-
was sending out free antennas to fans so they
I
can
was
watch
going to
the
say,
games.
yeah, it's tough to say channels everyone gets because people don't have
Well,
antennas anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
that's the
don't
big
have.
one.
I just mean like on like your basic cable.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a
just cutting
decent
the
amount of
cord
people.
now.
They
I
don't
mean,
even have basic
don't have
cable
cable
anymore.
Well, that's true. I don't have
Yeah.
cable, but I mean, it's nice to see because I mean, like that's like when I feel like when we were growing up, man, that was the best part of like growing up where I grew up was like we had so much hockey to watch up here because it was like we had like the Detroit Fox network, so the Detroit games were on that, right? So we had Red Wings games, we had Leafs games, we had fucking Buffalo games. Like there was just like no shortage of hockey games to watch up here. It was awesome, and it was all basic cable. It was before satellite dishes and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm real interested to see how the whole regional sports network thing pans out over the next 5 to 7 years.
Well, and the other thing too is that, you know, with the A's eventually supposedly moving to Las Vegas, you know, that's one less team down the road that NBC Sports California is going to have. And honestly, you're just going to have the Sharks on there. You'll have the Sacramento Kings, who, you know, you can black out and paste on to, you know, Bay Area if you wanted to. So maybe rebranded just one channel, NBC Sports NorCal. I mean,
Well,
what
yeah, but I
next?
wouldn't be surprised to see within 5 years of the A's moving, whether they're still in Sacramento or in
That's true.
Vegas. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see somebody who's got their head fucking screwed on straight. And it wouldn't surprise me if it was Joe Lacob, owner of the Warriors, money to burn. If Lacob was just kind of like, okay, so the A's situation is solid, right? Like they're where they're at, whether it's Sacramento or whether it's Vegas. It wouldn't surprise me if Lacob's going to be like, okay, so I can bring a team to Oakland now.
Yeah.
You know, I can get all this shit done that this failure of a human wasn't able to pull off. Is that okay? And then, you know, within 2 years, there's baseball back in Oakland.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting. Although Vivek, you know, the owner of the Kings, wants to have a say in it too.
Dude,
Christian,
hold on. What is going on Channel 7 right now? Time to retire 19, ready for Jumbo to be honored. And it's like, dude, they've already announced it's happening. What are we talking about?
But see, but AJ, here's the thing: they're informing the non-informed fans, the ones that, you know, that still don't know that hockey still exists in the Bay Area because
you don't watch us.
No,
well, we
no,
got
he
52
doesn't.
watches.
Watches
Come
us.
on now.
I did see, I guess, one or two of the local writers here did get credentials. So there must be limited seats at the Sphere.
Yes, but how many seats does Shane Peng need?
I don't know. I guess he's taking his podcast partner with him. I don't know.
Half wall hockey. Friend of Teal Town USA. Well, I should say Pucknology, right, Ian?
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day. So happy for him. But yes,
Keegan's awesome.
yeah, Keegan's awesome. Oh yeah, Crafty Koala. I can still hear the old Fox Sports Net intro. I'm like, oh yeah, that's
so much better than the current one.
Yeah.
Dude, the current one sounds like a fucking high school marching band. No, I like that.
With the yeah, I don't like it. Freaks me out.
Crafty Koala live stream for the draft. Yes.
Oh, is there ever going to be a?
Oh, it's gonna be.
Are you kidding?
It's be an epic one of epic proportions.
We're gonna have Ian driving the show from Studio A.
Studio A,
and then
Teal Town Studios North.
Yeah, we got Studio EH ? Right? Studio A.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got you're gonna have Eric and Jules from Vegas. You're gonna have me at the draft party.
Yep.
I'm just gonna tease this now. If you happen to be coming to the draft party at SAP,
yes,
and you would like to get your hands on a one of the Hawaiian shirt giveaways, perhaps we'll have some.
Yeah.
If you want to see if you want to get a first look at something that will be dropping this week, we'll be the only ones who have it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Like AJ said, so AJ is gonna be on location at the draft party. Puck Guy and Jules are going to be in Vegas at the Sphere. Me and Mark are going to be basically just rambling on about whatever else is happening in between everyone else jumping in. So it's going to be super awesome. If you've watched our draft shows that we've done the last couple of years,
we apologize.
We apologize. Yeah. Expect more of the same. And then after that, like we are going to do like a more condensed version the Saturday night. We're going to do like a draft recap. I don't know who's exactly going to be on that show yet. I believe me, Mark, and Jules, where we're going to basically go through and more of a condensed, this is our thoughts, this is what the Sharks did, kind of a wrap on it. And then, and then more content, obviously, after that.
It's going to be groovy.
It's going to be awesome. Christian, I appreciate the technology. Shout out. Don't Teal Town my technology.
Oh, and we should have the Teal Town banner hanging from the suite, the concourse suite that we're in. So just get down to the floor, look around, and you'll just find the Teal Town banner.
Yes. He'll have lots of goodies to throw out from his throne in the suite. Maybe he'll have some special guests.
Looking to hopefully get Remenda and Becker on so we can talk to them, check in, see what's doing. But hopefully we'll have a few straw hats to some Eklund hat trick straw hats to hand out, and some Hawaiian shirts, because this is the time of the year that you hand those things out.
Hey, would you rather have the straw hat that means something from Eklund's hat trick / Devin Cooley's first NHL win, or the slap-on paste-on draft hat that's probably coming out tomorrow?
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So tomorrow it's the Hall of Fame announcement. Wednesday, all I'm gonna say, the only thing I think I can say is
get up early.
Get up early. That's what I can say right now. And I'm going to say waffles is going to be your big clue. Waffles is the big clue. So be on the lookout for that on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm very hopeful that at the very least, maybe we get, if they got their shit together, hopefully. Now here's NHL. Let me try to mentally manifest this to you. Thursday, announce everybody's home opener at the same time, and then on Sunday morning, release all the regular season schedules. So that way you've got draft day 1, draft day 2, schedule day, then free agent frenzy. This is not that difficult. Just own this weekend.
Seriously, and you get that. So we had this show. We're hoping Patty gets named Tuesday. Wednesday, most likely we'll get something. Thursday, fingers crossed for a schedule release. Friday, I mean, we're all excited to do this draft coverage. It's going to be freaking epic. Graphics I'm putting together.
Speak for yourself, dude. I can't wait for it to be over. I'm so tired of talking about it. I cannot wait for Friday to be over.
At least we're not like putting in our thumbnails. Will the Sharks pass on Macklin Celebrity? Like, comment, and subscribe.
Uber driver sucked me off.
Yeah, all right. Saturday is going to be the recap show. That's going to be fun, where the Sharks stand, and then you have
the
free
only
agent
thing
after did that actually happen?
Celebrini is selected. Once Celebrini is selected, I just look forward to every time Bettman comes out between 2 and 13. Just in case he goes, we have a trade to announce. And every Shark fan goes, is Greer trading up to get, what's his name again? Buy him? Bullion, yeah. Is he trading up to get Bullion? Is Lev Shunov going to fall to 14? Like what? that part is going to be fun.
Yeah.
After 14, I'm going to be like, okay, get me the fuck out of here. Unless fucking Greer comes out when Greer's on the clock at 14. We have a trade to announce. Fuck, he's trading down.
Well, that's what happened 2 years ago. For
exactly.
That was the genesis of the
4 hour show.
Yeah.
That was the genesis of it.
Because I was on my way to London and I was trying to listen in while you guys were on there. And I'm like, oh no, they traded down. Oh my God, Ian, I'm so
we just
sorry.
ended up doing the whole draft, and then we just did it for fun last year.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's gonna be the same thing. Like this is going to we're gonna be streaming during the entire first round of the draft, all 3-4 hours, whatever the fuck it is. We're gonna be doing it. So if you make sure you have your drinks handy, because I know I will. Be ready.
Hell yeah. And so the final count on the board out of 28 looks that, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 out of the 28 people selected Florida as their cup winner. Right? Jules finished 1. I finished 2nd. Putt Guy finished tied for 5th.
Really?
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry, Ian.
And then
what I get. I deserved it.
Angry Canadian bracket barely at 15th, barely beating Jets Truther Hockey Jerk. And didn't fucking Mark. Oh, wow. Mark coming in hot with finishing 26th out of 28.
Oh, man.
With his Avalanche Cup pick.
Damn.
I got exactly what I deserved.
Yeah, you picked Vegas, didn't you?
I did pick Vegas, yeah.
And I was talking to Jules about this yesterday. If I don't get sucked in by Jerk and him talking to me, Jerk sucked me off.
Wow.
Dude, Jerk sucked me off to take Winnipeg in the first round, and I kept telling him, I'm like the Colorado game, that was an anomaly. 7-0 means nothing, blah blah blah. And he's like, dude, I'm telling you, man, my fucking dark horse. And at the time, Jerk was on a little bit of a win streak, and I'm like, oh fuck, all right, I'll go against my better judgment. If I don't do that, if I stick with the Avalanche, I win the bracket in a fucking walk.
Yeah.
It was really the only one that got me, because the other thing is that I got 5 out of 8, the amount of games played in the first round. I nailed 5 out of 8 of those, and I actually, if fucking Toronto actually wins, I would have nailed that one too. The bastards, because I had Toronto in 7.
This was Toronto's year. Yeah.
Oh, I was so close.
Oh boy.
But either way.
Yeah, so
my Eastern Conference went fine. It was the West where
and this is easily
problems.
The best I've ever done. Not like, usually I'm finishing where Mark finished. So
well, I think that puts a wrap on this one. Again, Tuesday, we're hoping we're going to be on to celebrate Patty a little bit more. Wednesday, bright and early, get your coffee ready. Don't spill it on your jersey. Thursday, let's hope for a schedule. Friday, round 1 live coverage, roughly 3:30, 3:45 p.m. Pacific. Night 2, Ian, Mark, and Jules will recap the Sharks picks on that edition. Sunday, maybe you get a schedule release there. And then Monday, free agent frenzy. And then we're right into development camp. And the 4th of July, Jules and I will be at Tech CU Arena.
As well.
Recapping. Oh, you are? Okay, cool.
4th of July, dude. We're going to be over Media Row in our usual crow's nest of a spot.
Nice. All right. So the 3 of us will be in our special Media Row to recap the tournament. Hopefully having a special guest or 2 come up and say hi to us.
Yeah, we're working on getting Joe Will. So we'll see if we can get him. So yeah, all the way through the 4th. And then probably to cap off, you know, the end of 2 really long weeks, is I'm quite sure it's going to be free agent frenzy, development camp, the prospect scrimmage that we'll be at live. And then the next day is probably when they'll, somebody will go out into the desert and find Morello's body.
Oh, oh man.
I'm telling you.
Oh man. All
Lucky
right.
hope.
This fucking guy.
So let's wrap this bad boy up in case you missed anything, or you want to watch this again. Check us out on tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher. You see them all listed down below. Of course, if you're watching us on YouTube channel, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we do go on the air. And there will be a lot of breaking news, we think, this week. So be on the lookout for that. So the notification bell will be very important to have. And of course, if you're watching us on the replay, make a comment down below what you thought of Panthers winning the cup, the Oilers coming so close, Aussie Weeblas gone, Morello gone.
And I have one more thing.
Uh-oh.
We do, I'm just full transparency. It's what I do here. What we were reached out to earlier this week, that somebody wanted us to join their network. Right. And, you know, but I turned their ass down because of the people like you that were in here earlier, Christian, and who, God, was it all Christian tonight? Oh, and like a Taiga.
Yeah, Targi.
Molasses too.
And Molasses, you know, all the guys that, you know, you share those couple of bucks with us, and that keeps us so we can sit here and have a really good fun time, and, you know, don't have to just randomly stop and say, hey, you know, I know we're having a really good talk here in a back and forth, but let me remind you about how you need to shave your pubes, or this is the app that you need to use to lose money. You know, like we don't want to do that. So long as you guys keep, you know, throwing us a buck or two every once in a while, we're definitely going to be not doing that. Like they're going to have to throw some significant dollars our way for us to like stop and talk about stamps.com.
Yeah, we hate money.
Forget, yeah, I know. Forget shaving. How much? Oh, Christian, there you go.
Oh, see, you the man.
Thank you, Christian. Appreciate
and
that.
Christian, also somebody who purchased one of the Teal Town shirts back in the day.
Yep.
So appreciate you, man.
Thank you for not making me having to wax my my hair off my body for dollars. Appreciate it.
This is some horrible news. A box truck carrying 16,000 pounds of avocados overturned this morning on a highway in San Mateo. Do you understand how much I love guacamole and how much avocados are? Oh, dude.
No.
Dude, guac is the shit, dude.
Yeah, it is shit. It is shit.
No. Loves me some avocado. Perfect mayonnaise substitute ever since my heart attack. No, solid, dude.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. I think Ian went to rescue his puppy.
No, I think he went to go look for that truck, man. I mean, 16,000 avocados, dude. That's a make some money off that motherfucker. Oh, dude, we literally have a guy here, avocado flight.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Solid.
Ayo, of course, at the end, you could have bought the Coyotes instead of Christian with the money. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, appreciate all y'all. We will see you this week. Make sure you're watching us all week long, and tell a friend or 10.
And hit the notification bell specifically this week, because you have no idea what's going to be happening.
It's about to drop. I can't believe you're going to be waking up so early. But until then, Teal together, everyone, and have a good night.